My name is Jimmy Adegoke. I'm a professor of geosciences at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. This video is a personal reflection on life's providence that took a kid, that was born to a school teacher in Nigeria over 5 decades ago to global recognition as a world class climate scientist, a researcher, a teacher, an educational leader, a senior policy advisor, and an international consultant. My improbable journey began as a child with curiosity and just a quest after knowledge that was instilled in me by my father, now deceased. He was, among his generation, one of the very first to embrace Western education, which was introduced to Nigeria by Sudan Interior Mission, SIM missionaries, who braved impossible conditions in the early 1900s, to establish a presence among the Yoruba ethnic um, groups in Western Nigeria. So my journey through life, has been helped along at critical junctions by several individuals who have served as my mentors or who have contributed in some material way to help me see further than I would have otherwise. Those individuals include Professor Emmanuel Oladipo, who taught me my very first climate course at Ahmed Bello University in Zaria, where I obtained my undergraduate degree in geography. They include Professor John Michael Wallace, who is probably one of the top five climate scientists in the world. Um, Mike was then the director for the Joint Institute of Study in the Atmosphere and Ocean, GISAL, at the University of Washington in Seattle. He invited me in 1993 to the United States as a visiting scholar. From his lab, I then accepted a position at Penn State for my PhD, um, and met Professor Andrew Carlton, who was ended up being my dissertation advisor and continues to be a friend and a mentor to this day. Um, Following my PhD, I accepted a postdoctoral position as a NOAA fellow at the Colorado um, State University here in the United States. And Professor Roger Pilkey Sr., who also continues to be a friend and a mentor, was my advisor at Colorado State University. I spent 2 years there and then accepted a tenure track position as a faculty member at the University of Missouri in 2002. Since moving here, I've been very lucky to build what by any standard is a first-rate research program that has been supported with funding in excess of millions of dollars of research funding by agencies such as NASA, the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the National Geographic Society (NGS), the African Development Bank. Um, Although I'm a Nigerian by birth, I have been a naturalized citizen of the United States since 2011. So over the last 2 decades or so, I have built a very solid impact focused multidisciplinary research program. I have advised governments across Africa. I have managed organizations. Um, um, I've served as an advisor and as a consultant. In fact, most recently, I was a senior consultant from March 2020 to August 2020 at the African Development Bank at their headquarters in Abidjan. I have also had a singular honor of being invited to address congregational and parliamentary committees as an expert witness, both in the United States, here in Nigeria, and in South Africa. I have led uh, research organizations, served as executive director and CEO of the West African Science Service Center for Climate Change and Adapted Land Use, WASCO, interim executive director there from April to December 2017. And previous to that, I also had the opportunity at the invitation of the government of South Africa to serve as the executive director of the Natural Resources and Environment Division of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, in Pretoria, South Africa from 2010 to 2012. So my work spans the climate science and policy spaces across multiple continents. Um, in 2014, for instance, I had the privilege of being invited by the government of Nigeria to serve as the chair of the Ministerial Advisory Committee on Agricultural Resilience um, and assist the country to develop an agricultural resilience framework. That was the first time such a framework was developed for any country in Africa. I sit on multiple science advisory boards and committees and maintain um, permanent residence in Kansas City metro area, where I had the honor to serve as an appointee of the mayor of Kansas City on the city's Environmental Management Commission. So I'm using this opportunity to just paint a picture of what is possible. Even as an immigrant scientist, as an immigrant educator, to the United States here, I have been lucky to be able to establish a record of, of, of accomplishment that I'm very proud of. Um, but what I'm most proud of is the opportunity to use the platform that I have, the networks that I have built to impact the lives of young scientists who are young men and women who are seeking to build a career themselves, especially people of color. There are not a lot of us who are in senior academic positions or at the top levels of research globally, especially in the West here, especially in the United States. And so a lot of my effort is focused in ensuring that the opportunities that we have, the doors that we have open to us, we make those opportunities available as well to the younger folks who are coming behind us. Because I know for a certain that but for the mentors that I have had myself, I would not be where I am today. So I stand on their shoulders, but as I do that, I'm also ensuring that others will be able to stand on my shoulders. Thank you.